realize this, the earlier every one of you realize it, the better.
You're welcome to another episode of Safety Moment with Waliola. Quickly, I'll be showing us a video that shows the risk that men go through in the construction industry and the engineering world. It's no longer news that men has been involved in the era of industrialization and changing the world to what we have today. When you look at complex buildings, when you look at skyscrapers, when you look at multi-dimensional structural infrastructure that we have in this world, we know that men has gone through a lot, and this video shows some of the risks that they actually go through.
It's not okay. It's necessary. What the hell are we going to do without men? You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up. These men, they're doing impossible things. They're under the streets, working on the sewers. They're up on the power lines in the storms and the rain. They're keeping this impossible infrastructure functioning. This thing that works in a miraculous manner. They work themselves to death. And often, literally, the gratitude for that is sorely lacking, especially among the people who should be most grateful. You see university professors, especially of the social justice bent, they take everything they have for granted, failing to understand entirely that there's a massive infrastructure of unbelievably hard-working, solidly laboring, working-class men breaking themselves in half on a regular basis, making sure that everything that always breaks works.
So while we go on, subscribing won't be a bad idea. On this platform, we discuss a lot of health and safety issues. It is good when you subscribe and you click on that notification button. Alright, and when I watched this video, the question I asked myself is that do we really need to go through these high-level risks for us to have a country, a world of infrastructure and engineering? Remember that these men are husbands to women at home, and when we face this kind of risk, the possibility of getting involved in an accident that could lead to greater consequences is always very high. When you also look at the area of being a father to so many children, these kids become orphans at an early age because of poor safety practices. That we are men doesn't really mean we have to go through this stress. A lot of work can be done in a safer way and we achieve better results. That we are men doesn't really mean that we have to go through high-risk job. We have to prove that we are men by involving ourselves in complicated, high-risk activities without following safety procedures. We can do better in this world by preserving our lives in order to make more positive contributions in this world when we live longer, by also training, waiting before you actually put yourself in that death row. Because when you live longer, you can train the younger generations, younger engineers on things to do, and they can also improve on the system. But when you cut short of your life because you want to prove that you're a man, you end up not only wasting that knowledge, but also depriving the world of transfer of knowledge. So don't let us get ourselves involved in this world that we really need to go into high risks in order to achieve greater results. Health and safety professionals are there to ensure that works are done safely, that everyone goes home happily. Not only that, in the long term, after 10, 20, 50, 60 years, the consequences of those activities won't later come and make life so miserable for whoever was involved in a very wrong practice. We want to create a safer world, but it starts with a safe individual who do not risk his life. Your children are at home waiting for you. Your wife is at home waiting for you. Don't make your wife an early widow. Don't make your daughter, your son, an early orphan. Work safe and stay safe always. Also, as an organization, we can do better by establishing safe practices and ensuring implementation of these practices. Because if you do not, it also has its own consequence. You can meet up with your safety professional or hire a safety consultant to help you in understanding the positive effect, the values that comes with engaging safety professionals on your project, in your industries, and in your workplace at all. And this is what we have for us on Safety Moment with Waliola. If it's not safe, don't do it. That we are men doesn't mean we have to go through much risk. We also have a life. Thank you and God bless you.
Earlier we realize this, the earlier every one of you realize it, the better it will be for us.